We are about to embark on an epic dream trip to the islands of Tahiti. Now, when you think about Tahiti, you typically think about overwater bungalows, honeymoons, and big dollar signs. I'm here to show you that this trip is totally attainable and much cheaper than you thought. Here's how we did it. Step one is all about the points. So how did I get to Tahiti on points? Well, it's all thanks to American Express and cards like the Amex Gold card and the Platinum card. Each one of them contributed to amassing of Amex membership rewards points, and that's Amex's own loyalty program. So with each of these, I was able to get sign-up bonuses, I was able to spend on them, and also get family involved. And all of a sudden, I had enough points. And the beauty of it is that you can convert them to Aeroplan one-to-one, and the transfer is more or less instantaneous. Once you have the points in Aeroplan, then you can make your booking. So how much did it cost? So from Toronto to San Francisco to Papeete and Tahiti, it cost 90,000 points per person, or 180,000 points. And then on top, with cash, it cost 315 Canadian dollars for the airport fees, taxes, and administrative fees. So again, that's 180,000 points and $315. That was it. And then I was good to go. The thing that you really need to know to really make all this magic happen is really through the sign-up bonuses. So in Canada, if you sign up for the Amex Gold card, you get 30,000 points. With the Platinum card, this is the Amex Business Platinum card, you get 75,000 points. Okay, so 75,000 plus 30,000, you already have enough for that flight for one person to Tahiti. Just do a little bit more and you'll have two. If you want to sign up, check the link down below and then you'll be good to go. Right now, we just arrived in San Francisco from Toronto and waiting for the next leg of our journey to begin to Tahiti and the main international airport in Papeete. Thanks to our Aeroplan points and booking a good 4 months in advance, we were able to secure United Airlines reward tickets for only 90,000 Aeroplan points. I have to admit, figuring out the inter-island flights with Air Tahiti can be complicated, but here are the top tips that I think you need to know. The first tip really revolves around island passes. Air Tahiti has a number of island passes that cover different clusters of islands. If you can really take advantage and hop through all those islands in your itinerary, definitely take advantage. They're huge price savings. The second tip is really around going from one archipelago to the other. It's a little bit more complicated than you think. So if you're starting off in, let's say, the Society Islands and want to move up to the Tuamotu Islands, there's a very specific path that you have to take. There are a limited number of flights that can get you from that one archipelago to the other, so do your research. The third tip is really around direction. So if you're starting off in Papeete and let's say you're traveling within the Society Islands, all the flights typically run from east to west, or really in a counterclockwise direction. It doesn't go the other way around. And as well, if you're trying to jump from Society Islands to Tuamotu Islands, you can't go the other direction. So in our case, we had to go from Bora Bora up to Rangiroa and then Fakarava, not the other way around. Ideally, we would have loved to go the other direction, but you just can't do it. So make sure you do your research. So I hope these tips help and plan well. Stay at one of these fancy overwater bungalows for free. Sound too good to be true? Well, it's possible. We're staying at Meridien Bora Bora, which is part of the Marriott family, which is why I've been strategically building up Marriott Bonvoy points for years. Now, this doesn't happen overnight, but there are a couple things you can do to make this happen as well. It's all thanks to this credit card, the American Express Marriott Bonvoy, which is available in the US and Canada. Now, if you're Canadian, click on the link in the description down below to get 51,000 points as a sign-up bonus. And quickly you can have enough points for an epic stay like this. I know what you're thinking. That's great and all, but isn't everything at the resort insanely priced? Well, that's true, but if you play your cards right, it doesn't have to be. Food is going to be your biggest expense, so you want to make sure they reach Marriott's Platinum status, which entitles you to free breakfast. So spend the previous year focused on getting enough stays so that you can get to that level, but trust me, it's worth it. Breakfast is $50 US per person, so that's huge savings. Here are a few other tips. The breakfast buffet is massive, and so if you time it right and you come near the end of service, your breakfast turns into brunch. Or bring snacks from home. We packed granola bars, cookies, chocolates, gummies, in case emergency hunger strikes, or to tide us over between brunch and dinner. My Asian fam knows what I'm talking about. Rooms at Meridien Bora Bora have hot water kettles, so if you want to save a dinner or two, you know what to do. There's always the kids menu.
The secret is that the pizza margarita on the kids menu is half the price from the Miki Miki bar, and it's the same size.
So what about activities? In Bora Bora, there are a ton of excursions and tours available, but my view is that since you're on the resort, take advantage of the activities on property. You can go to the turtle sanctuary in Le Meridien to feed the sea turtles in the hospital. Go paddleboarding. Take a ride in a Polynesian canoe. Swim in one of the infinity pools. Relax in the jacuzzi. Rent a glass bottom kayak for free. And you can rent snorkeling gear for free and explore the waters. While the big resorts are always attractive, the little known secret is that apartments and Tahitian guest houses are amazing here as well. For instance, this is an apartment rental unit in a building called Balcon de Lotus, which is on the island of Tahiti and near Pepe'ete, and it is quite affordable. On Rangiroa, here's an example of a Tahitian guest house known as Shiatea e Vero. Come and take a look inside, I'll show you what it's like. Here on Fakarava is another example of a Tahitian guest house. It's known as Pension Paparara, where breakfast is included and dinner as well. We love the Tahitian guest houses for their character, local setting, chance to meet other guests, interacting with real locals, and their affordability. It really goes to show you that you can come to Tahiti on a budget. And for my final tip, don't be afraid to splurge a little. For us, we love scuba diving, so here goes. So how much did this trip actually cost? Well, I did the tally and it cost 7,200 Canadian dollars or 5,600 US dollars. And considering everything that we did, it isn't all that bad. So think about this. We did 14 days or 2 weeks in French Polynesia. We did 4 different islands: Tahiti, Bora Bora, Rangiroa, Fakarava. We stayed in an overwater bungalow for 6 nights and we did all of that diving. And you know how expensive diving can get. So all in all, we're really happy with this, and think about all the cost-saving measures that we put into place. If we didn't, this trip would be so much more expensive. And if I compare it to another trip at a similar level of cost, I'd say this is very close to our trip to New Zealand and Australia that we did a couple of years back. So those are the best ways to make sure your trips to the islands of Tahiti aren't going to break the bank. Head to the description down below, which is going to have a link to the full blog post for our entire trip to Tahiti. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep going to awesome places.